back to the Vetruvian Gamer YouTube channel. Well, this is it. It is my top 10 games of all time. In previous video I did a run through from 21 to 11. You can check that one out. I also mentioned there why I did a number 21. I said which game didn't make the cut because I haven't played them yet. I did some honorable mentions, so go check that out if you didn't already. A little spoiler, the games you're seeing here, those are those games I talked about in the previous video. So we still have 4 places to fill up. We'll do that with these next games. So let's start with number 9. Yes, number 9, because I have a tie here, so my number 9 and 10, I cannot choose between those two. I know it's a little bit cheating, but you might understand why I did this. So let's see our number 9. My first number 9 is, I guess, my favorite party game. You might call it more like a social experiment, I don't know. But this game is called Dixit, and in Dixit, which has this gorgeous artwork, they all have these big cards, and each player has some of those cards in their hand, and on their turn a player is going to choose one of their cards, is going to play them face down, and he or she is going to say a word or a sentence or a sound or sing a song or whatever which has something to do with this card. He's giving a clue about that card. He's putting them down. Each other player will choose one of their cards which might connect with the same clue you have given. Put them also face down on the table. You shuffle them and put them face up on the table, and then it's the other player's chance to guess which one of these cards was the one you put down. And you're trying to give a good enough clue so at least one person is going to guess your card, but you don't want to give a too easy one, because if they all guess your card, only they score points, but you don't. And so you're trying to be a little bit cryptic about your clue, but yeah, it's not that easy, but it's so much fun, and it's just a great way to get to learn how people think and how their imagination works. And this game is just fantastic. This is the base game. It goes up to from 3 to 6 players. You also have Dixit Odyssey, which is also in my collection, and that brings the number of players up to 12. Played it once with 12 people or 11. I found it a little bit too much of a player count, but 6 players, 7, 8, it's just fantastic. This is my favorite party game. If I'm allowed to call it a party game, I hope I do. And it is my number 9, my first number 9. This one is designed by Jean-Louis Rubira, and it's from 2008. It's my number 9, and on BGG it is ranked 108. Dixit. And then my other number 9, which is a game from 2013, but it didn't get any buzz at all that year. It just got buzz recently at Gen Con, and it was like a shockwave through the board game world. And I put it together with Dixit, which I still have to put in the shelf, with Dixit, and as they say, they combine Dixit with Clue anyway, and they might be right about saying that. But I'm talking about this game from Portal Games. I have the edition of Portal Games. The game is called Mysterium in English. I will please you by trying to pronounce this title, Tajemnicze Domostwo, or something like that. It's a game by Alexander Nevsky and Oleg Sidorenko. Ignacy, why are you even thinking you have the most difficult name out there? You don't, really, you don't, no. So, this game. In this game, one player is playing a ghost who has been sentenced to death 100 years ago, falsely accused of a murder he did not commit, and some psychic investigators are going to this mansion, this mysterious mansion, and are going to have these dreams every night. And these dreams are given by the ghost with these phenomenal cards with awesome artwork, a little bit like Dixit. And so you have all these kinds of locations and items and people who might have done it, who might have been the real killer 100 years ago. So you're trying to give clues to what's on the cards that are really the place where everything happened, or what was really the person who committed the murder. And it's just fantastic, both sides. If you're playing the ghost, it is just incredible how when you can hear people discuss about their dreams and in the way they think, and you're sitting there, no, you're thinking completely wrong, I didn't mean that, I know it has nothing to do with the color, no. And it's just hilarious. You're not allowed to say anything, you just are allowed to give the cards, and that's it. And if you're sitting on the other side, you're just trying to figure out, oh man, what is it? What does he mean with this card? Look, there's a spider on the card. Yeah, there's a spider. But no, but there are candles also. Oh no, on this card. And it's just hilarious. It's very difficult to win. Really very difficult. I won it once in 4 games. It's just fantastic. I completely understand the buzz of this game. I really am glad for my fellow Americans out of there. They will get to play Mysterium later in 2015. Don't doubt about this, just go and get it because it's just fantastic, awesome fun. Mysterium. No, I'm not going to say it twice. Mysterium. It's my number 9, also with Dixit, and it's your 815 on Board Game Geek, but I'm sure as soon as Mysterium hits the shelves in the US, it will rise to unseen heights. Mysterium. My number 8, we've already seen his little younger brother in this top 21. It's somewhere here, and it's called Pandemic the Cure, but this is still better than Pandemic the Cure. My number 8, Pandemic from Matt Leacock, published in 2007. Well, this game has it all. It's a cooperative game. Each player takes a role in this scientific team which are trying to eradicate these 4 diseases in the world, represented by these cubes on the world map. Every player has a special ability, and you're just working together, trying to discuss what to do. This game can really beat the hell out of you, but it's not impossible. You always have this feeling of hope. You never feel completely helpless. So that's the great thing about this. From beginning to the end, if either you win or not, it's just the feeling you have a chance. The chance is about 40% also, but there is always a chance, and it just feels fantastic to have that feeling of we are going to do this, we will do this, we can do this. And if it works, if you can cure all 4 diseases, it's just, you feel so good about the accomplishment. So Pandemic, it's the mother of all co-ops with all reason. It is just fantastic. It's not my number 1 co-op, that will be later, but this one is top notch. Pandemic, it's my number 8, and it's number 44 on Board Game Geek, so I'm also starting to be in the higher rankings there with my choices. My number 8, Pandemic. My number 7. This is a game which always brings some discussion when the guys from the Dice Tower are doing their top 100s, which I will not do yet. I might need a few more years to play more games. And this is also a cooperative game. It's by Kevin Lansing. It's from 2011. and in this game you're trying to fight some fires. It's Flashpoint Fire Rescue. I just love this team. It's who doesn't want to be a firefighter? Come on. I know it's a hard job. I respect them with all my heart, as should everyone. And this game just, it's just fantastic. You're going in these buildings. I've got a few expansions of it. You go into a building or a garage which is on fire. There are some victims in there who need to be rescued, so you're trying to find them. There are some false alarms in there, some hazardous materials, and you're trying to work together to get those people out, to get that fire out. And oh, it's so tense, so exciting. It's just like, okay, I'm not going to say it's like you're a real firefighter, because what those people do is just incredible, but you get the tension. It's the board game vibe of being a firefighter. It's just fantastic. You all have a special role in your team. You can take the fire truck and put out lots of fire with it if you're lucky with the dice roll. I love this. I just have one thing to say: if you find the cat or the dog, save them. Save them first. Alright? Okay, that's a deal. My number 7, one of the best cooperative games out there, Flashpoint Fire Rescue, and it's your 139 on Board Game Geek. So, Flashpoint Fire Rescue. Alright, my number 6 is a game from 2013. I got this big box here. I'm going to read the names of the designers, because apparently there are more designers than it says on the box. So on the box there's Mike Selinker, but it's also designed by Chad Brown, Dennis O'Connor, Paul Peterson and Gabby Welding of Wielding. So also honors to you guys. And the game I'm talking about is this big box Pathfinder the Adventure card game. This game is also a cooperative card game in which you are playing, each playing a role, a hero, a fighter, a wizard, a thief, and you are going to these locations which are all represented by cards. And you just go, each location is a pile of cards, and you're trying to go through the location looking for the master villain of the adventure. And also your character is also made up by cards, and that's the weapons you have, the spells you have, the items, the armor, and it's also your life points. So that's the more cards you use, the less life you have. So it's quite an interesting thing. And why does this make my top 10, even the 6th place? That's because my girlfriend likes this very much. So we have been playing the hell out of this game. We are going to the complete adventure, because this game, let me see, for this game you have the base set, but there are also all these different adventure packs you can buy, which adds a complete new adventure to it, which you can go through. And well, yeah, it's just fantastic. The excitement of rolling the dice, like a role player. It's like a little bit light role playing in the box with cards. And yeah, and after each adventure you get to level up your character, so you get rewards by for skill points or by getting new items which change your deck and improves your deck, so you can fight the stronger enemies in the later adventures. And it's just great. And I know there's some discussion about the fact that after I think 7 or 8 adventure packs this story comes to an end, and there's another base being put out, so your characters don't have an eternal lifespan. I understand why people don't like it. I will be sad too if I have to say bye to my character, to my rogue, but then we'll start a complete new adventure. And this game has given me already many hours of very much fun game, so I forgive the designers for not continue it till the end, or till the infinity, and after this one I will be playing the next base set and the next adventures. So my number 6, Pathfinder, the adventure card game, and it's your number 71 on BGG, so it's very much light. Pathfinder. Alright, on to my number 5, and I know there are a lot of cooperative games in this list. We're not done with that, but this one is not a cooperative game. This one is a Euro game. This is very much a Euro game, which has some set collection, some worker placement, some Mancala system influences. It's a game by probably my second favorite designer, although Antoine Bauza is getting in on his heels because he has had a little bit less of a successful year this year, and I'm talking about Stefan Feld and his game Trajan, which is, this is difficult to explain. So in Trajan you are trying to get the most victory points. Yeah, well, it's Stefan Feld, so yeah, you're trying to get victory points, and there are so many ways to do this. You have this Mancala board like thing, which you're playing these cubes and dropping them one by one, and the place where you drop the last cube, that's the action you get to do, and those actions might give you more bonuses and more points. You can send your troops across Europe, you can start building in the city, you're building fountains and stairs, and you can try to influence the Senate to get more votes in the Senate, which give you more points. And in the meanwhile you have to keep an eye on the timer, which is quite interesting, and at the end of the timer people will reveal what kind of things they want to have at the end of a round. So they might want food, they might want gladiator games or whatever, and you have so much to think about, so you have so much options to do, but you cannot do them all. You're just trying to get those most points in the most successful way. And this game, I just discovered it this year, and I immediately fell in love with this. I don't know what it is about this game, but it's fantastic, and I will never say no if someone asks me to play this game. Trajan from Stefan Feld is my number 4, just missed the top 3, so no medal for this one, but it deserves a medal, really it does. It's your 36 on Boardgame Geek, Trajan by Stefan Feld, great game. Onwards to number 4, number 4. Did I just say that Trajan was my number 4? Yes, I did. Mistake. It was my number 5. Sorry for that. My number 4 is right here. Game by my favorite designers now. Ignacy Cevicek, I'm talking about you. Yes, I know how to pronounce your name. I don't know how to pronounce the names of some other ones I just said. The ones of Mysterium, don't have no clue, but I know your name. And well, I'm talking about this game from 2014, yes, another new one. Imperial Settlers is my number 4, and in this game, this is actually a card game. It has some cardboard also to put on the table, but it's in essence it's a card game in which you play one of these 4 factions. So you have the Romans, barbarians, the Egyptians, and the Japanese, and each faction has its own deck they can use, and there's also a common deck which all players can use. So you're drafting these cards, and you're getting these cards from your own deck, and you're trying to build up your empire. And the great thing about this game is that every card you have give you multiple options to use it for. So you can make a deal which provides you more resources at the beginning of each round. You can build it in your empire, so it gives you your bonus. It's a building. It provides you with production, with wood, with stone. It gives you features which give you bonuses if you do something on the board, or your opponent does something. You can raise it, so you can just destroy it and gain whichever resources it gives you when it's destroyed. You can also try to destroy buildings of other players and you get a reward for it. They also get something in return for it, and it's so exciting. I have a really difficult time winning this game. I don't think I already won it since I played it in Belgium. I played it at first in Paris, in Greece, when I was there with Cardboard and Sun, of which I also did a video talking about that trip, and where we got to play this the first game of this in that was available in Europe. Ignacy sent it to there. It was a great experience. There I could win the game, but since I got back in Belgium, I did not win. Somehow my girlfriend just beats the crap out of me in this game, but that doesn't mean that I don't like it anymore. It made my number 4. It is just fantastic. It plays fantastically great. The cards with the different options, it's superb. So Ignacy, keep making these expansions. I know you don't want us to ask for more factions, but yeah, you know what. Okay. So my number 4, it's Imperial Settlers. I forgot to change my screen here. It's your 167 on Board Game Geek, so it has done well in a few months already. So Imperial Settlers, fantastic. Alright, so we have had all different kinds of games, but my number 3 is what they call, I think, the Ameritrash thingy. I don't like those terms. Well, you have to give the puppy a name, right? But this game is fantastic. This game is the game I have played the most solo ever. And I'm talking about Eldritch Horror, designed by Cory Konietzka and Nikki Valens. Yeah, what's with these difficult names? So, Eldritch Horror, it's set in the Cthulhu world, of which I absolutely know nothing. I know some names because of this game. That's all I know. I never read the books of Mr. Lovecraft, so I've not much knowledge about it. But I know that this game is just fantastic. So in this game you each are an investigator with their own special abilities, and you are on this great world map and you're trying to stop this evil being to enter the world. This being is also sending his forces, his creatures through these portals on the world. You have to fight these forces, you have to find out these mysteries and solve the mysteries. If you do that, you are going to kill the ancient or stop him from entering our own world. But man, this is hard. I think I've played this game 13-14 times this year, and I only won this game once. Well, I think that says enough. And still, I keep coming back, I keep getting beaten, but I keep loving this game because this game is awesome. Yes, this game is fantastic. It's so thematic. The story it tells every time you play it is phenomenal. There was an expansion, Forbidden Lore I guess it called. It added just a little bit another ancient. It added some more cards, and that's just what this game only needs. Now and then some more cards, and I'm happy with it. This game is almost perfect as it is. There's a new expansion coming soon here in Belgium, the Mountain of Madness. It adds another board. Not so happy about the new board. I just like it. It's big enough already, and I like it to keep its simplicity. I'm still excited for the expansion, excited for new cards, for new ancients, new investigators. This game is my number 3, so a bronze medal for this one, and it deserves it. It's awesome, it's fantastic. Eldritch Horror, a game from 2013, my number 3, your number 26 on Board Game Geek. Alright, my number 2 silver medal just didn't make it to number 1 because I was quite certain of my number 1. I'm still waiting for the game to beat this one. Maybe Imperial Assault, who knows? I don't know. I don't expect it, but yeah, who knows. I'm talking about game of my second favorite designer again. So the second time he comes up in this top 10, and I'm talking about Stefan Feld's Castles of Burgundy, or as our German friends call it, Die Burgen von Burgund. Well, that's my German, yeah. So, game from 2011, Stefan Feld, and well, it's a dice rolling game. It's not that much dice. Every player has 2 dice. They throw the dice, and with those dice they have a player. There's a board in the middle, and with the results of the dice, which you can manipulate a little bit with some workers, you can buy these tiles, because after dice rolling you go to some tile placement game, and these tiles are buildings or technologies, some chips, some boats you can buy, and mines you can build, and you're putting this on your own player board, and they all have to connect to build, and each place has its own number, so they have to be the same number as your dice results. And I don't know what I like about this game. That's the difficult part of it. Some people might find it very dry. It's a point salad game. You end this game with 100, 200 or more points, and still the difference might be a few points at the end. But I think it's just you're building something, and I love to build something without it being destroyed. I like the result there is, and there are some tactical decisions to make in this game. When do I build a boat which put me in front in turn order, but as the next player builds his boat, he gets on top of me, so he will be the first player, and this first player thing is so important in this game, because you want to have first choice on the board, because you need that card, because it gives you lots of points. Or it gets you to build the other thing immediately, because each tile you put out gives you special ability. It might give you an extra tile, it might give you points based on other animals you already have on your board, and it's just so many choices, and you cannot get them all. And oh, I love this game. It's so tense. It's fabulous with 2. I think it's our favorite 2-player game here at home. Love to play this one. Takes about 90 minutes to play, I guess, with 2 players. Can be the victim of some AP, some analysis paralysis. That's the only down part about this game, but with the right people, this game is just fantastic. And I don't know why, but this is my number 2, and this game is great. I love it, I love it, I really love it. My number 2, Castles of Burgundy. Your number 11 on Board Game Geek, which makes this also the game in my top 21, which is your most favorite of my choices. So, fantastic. Alright, so we're at number 1. I don't know if you see it, it's getting a little bit darker already, so it's time to end this top list. This game I just love it. I have all the expansions, thingies, all the things you can download for it, it's all in here. It's from my favorite designer, it's my favorite game, it's a co-op game, it has everything a game needs for me. And I'm talking about a game from 2012 from Mr. Ignacy Cevicek, Robinson Crusoe Adventures on the Cursed Island. In this game you are these shipwrecked people, or whatever happened to you, on this deserted island, and you're trying to survive, try to get off the island, try to save Jenny, who is right there in the sea on a rock. You're trying to build a big fire to signal other ships that are passing by. In the meanwhile, you're trying to survive this harsh island, because this game is, well, so hard. Really, it beats you down every time until you win, barely win, and you jump off your chair, you give high fives to the people you're playing with, because you know you did something special by winning this game. There's also an expansion for it. I am so ashamed, but I have not played it yet. It is in my collection. I have no clue where I've put it. Alright, it's right over there. There is an expansion, the Voyage of the Beagle. I'm looking so much forward to playing this. We'll be doing that in 2015. So next year I will be adding the expansion to this list together with the game. I'm sure it will be #1 next year, but not, you never know, but I guess it will be. This game is just fantastic. You're exploring the island, you're building items to help you, you are fighting animals so you can get their meat, or you get their fur so you can build other things, and in the meanwhile you're trying to get some food, trying to survive, trying to stay warm, because the weather on these islands can be very hard, and you're trying to stay dry, to stay warm. You need wood, you need food, you need fur. There's a morale track which kicks your ass, because if you get wounded too much, your morale drops, and it has all these different results. It's just, yeah. This game, the rulebook might not be perfect, but there are some on Board Game Geek which you can download, which are much easier to learn it with. But the game itself is just, for me, perfection. Robinson Crusoe, my #1, my favorite game of all time. It's one word, it's awesome. You should play this. Come over here and I'll teach it if you don't know it yet. No problem. I will play this every day, every time. No problem. Robinson Crusoe, my #1. It was your #13 on Board Game Geek, so I know you guys love it too. And that's #1. So I will put this here in this thing. In this last place, #1, Robinson Crusoe. Congratulations, Portal Games. Congratulations, Ignacy. And that leaves me to thank you all for watching these 2 videos. I don't know if anyone's going to watch this. I'm not sure if any people are interested in watching this. I just love making lists. I have all these kinds of lists in my head. I just had to do this. There might be more lists in the future. I'm just starting out as a reviewer, as a playthrough video YouTuber thingy from Board Games. So I'm all new to this hobby of making videos. I'm still learning, but I hope you can get something out of this. You enjoy these videos. I enjoyed 2014. As you can see, there are lots of games from 2014 that made it to my top 21 shelves here. I'm excited about 2015. Many games coming out in 2015. Still have to play a few from 2014. I'm just very interested in seeing what results playing Imperial Assault, Panamax, Kanban, I don't know, all these games I still have to play. It's unbelievable. Anyway, I wish you a very happy New Year if you watch this before the end of this year, and otherwise I hope 2015 will be at least as great in Board Game World as 2014 was. I'm sure it will be. I'll see you later in a new video. Don't doubt, or if you want, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter. It's @Vetruvian Gamer there, where I just post tweets about board games because I love them and I cannot stop talking about them. But I'm going to stop now. Thank you for watching again. Happy New Year. I'll see you next year. You have been watching the Vetruvian Gamer YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Bye bye.